The sky burned crimson as alien warships descended upon Earth. Cities were reduced to rubble, and humanity was pushed to the brink of extinction. But in the face of annihilation, the indomitable human spirit refused to be extinguished. This is the story of our last stand. Captain Alex Marshall stood at the edge of the command center, overlooking the shattered remains of New York City. The skyline, once a testament to human ingenuity, was now a battlefield. Smoke billowed from the ruins, and the distant sound of gunfire echoed through the air. "Status report," Alex commanded, his voice steady despite the chaos around him. Lieutenant Maria Santos, his second in command, approached with the tablet in hand. "We've lost contact with the Western Front. The invaders are pushing through our defenses faster than we anticipated." Alex's jaw tightened. "Damn it. We need to regroup and counterattack before they reach the civilian shelters." Maria nodded, her expression grim. "What about the evac teams? Are they ready?" "Not yet. We need more time," Alex replied, glancing at the holographic map displaying the current positions of both human and alien forces. "Send word to General O'Neill. Tell him we need reinforcements and we need them now." As Maria relayed the message, Alex turned his attention to the room, filled with soldiers and strategists. Each face bore the weight of the ongoing struggle, yet there was a spark of determination that refused to be extinguished. "Listen up, everyone," Alex called out, drawing the eyes of his weary team. "We've faced impossible odds before, and we've always found a way to survive. Today is no different. We're fighting for our home, our families, and our future. We will not let these aliens take that away from us. Understood?" A chorus of affirmations echoed through the room, the resolve of the human spirit shining brightly in the face of adversity. Meanwhile, on the front lines, Sergeant David King led his squad through the war-torn streets. The ground shook with every explosion, and the air was thick with the acrid scent of burning debris. Alien soldiers clad in exoskeletons advanced relentlessly, their weapons slicing through the night with deadly precision. "Keep moving," David shouted over the din of battle. "We need to hold this position until reinforcements arrive." Private Jenny Brooks, the squad's sharpshooter, took a position behind a crumbling wall and began picking off alien soldiers with deadly accuracy. "We can't keep this up forever, Sarge," she yelled, reloading her rifle. "We're running low on ammo." "We don't need forever," David replied, firing his assault rifle at an approaching enemy, "just long enough." As the squad fought valiantly, a new wave of alien reinforcements emerged from the shadows. The creatures were larger, more heavily armored, and seemingly unstoppable. Desperation clawed at the edges of David's mind, but he pushed it aside. They couldn't afford to lose hope. "Fall back to the secondary position," David ordered. "We'll make our stand there." The squad retreated, covering each other as they moved. Explosions rocked the ground beneath them, and the night was lit by the fiery glow of burning buildings. Despite the overwhelming odds, they fought with everything they had, driven by the primal instinct to survive. In the depths of the underground research facility, Dr. Emily Carter worked tirelessly alongside her team of scientists. They were humanity's last hope, developing a weapon that could turn the tide of the war. The lab was a hive of activity, filled with the hum of machinery and the sharp tang of chemicals. The research facility itself was an engineering marvel, buried deep beneath the Rocky Mountains to protect it from orbital bombardments. It was a vast network of interconnected tunnels and chambers, equipped with state-of-the-art technology salvaged from humanity's golden age before the invasion. The walls were lined with monitors displaying real-time data from various battlefronts, and the air was filled with the constant buzz of communications. "We're running out of time, Emily," Dr. James Wright said, his voice strained with exhaustion. "The aliens are closing in on our location. If we don't finish this now, it could be all over." Emily's hands trembled as she adjusted the final components of the device. "I know, James, but we have to make sure it's perfect. One mistake and this whole facility could go up in flames." The device, a prototype engineering weapon, was their last-ditch effort to repel the invaders. It harnessed a power source discovered deep beneath the Earth's surface. capable in unleashing a devastating blast. If it worked, it could level the playing field. If it failed, it would mean the end of humanity. Dawn, Emily said, stepping back to admire her creation. Let's hope this is enough. Back on the surface, Alex received the news of the completed weapon with a mixture of relief and anxiety. The command center was a flurry of activity as preparations were made to deploy the device. Get that thing to the front lines, Alex ordered. We need to give our troops a fighting chance. As the device was transported to the battlefield, Alex took a moment to reflect on the journey that had brought them to this point. Humanity had faced countless challenges throughout its history, but nothing like this. Yet, in the face of overwhelming odds, they had come together, united by a common cause. The command center itself was a testament to human adaptability. Originally a high-rise office building, it had been hastily converted into a fortress. The upper floors served as observation posts, equipped with long-range sensors and anti-aircraft weaponry. The lower levels housed barracks, medical facilities, and armories. Every inch of the building had been repurposed to serve the war effort. Captain, Maria said, breaking him from his reverie, the device is ready. Sergeant King's squad is in position to deploy it. Alex nodded, his resolve hardening. Let's finish this. On the front lines, David and his squad had taken up their positions, the device now securely placed in the center of their makeshift stronghold. The alien forces continued their relentless advance, their metallic forms glinting ominously in the firelight. The battlefield stretched across what was once Central Park, now a wasteland of craters and debris. The iconic landmarks were barely recognizable, transformed into defensive structures and barricades. The humans had dug in, using every resource at their disposal to create a last line of defense. Hold the line, David shouted, firing his weapon at the oncoming horde. We can't let them get to the device. As the battle raged on, Emily's voice crackled through David's comm. Sergeant King, the device is ready. You need to activate it now. Understood, David replied, his heart pounding at his chest. Cover me. With a deep breath, David sprinted toward the device, dodging enemy fire as he moved. He reached the control panel and began the activation sequence, his hands moving with practiced precision. Come on, he muttered, the weight of the moment pressing down on him. Finally, the device hummed to life, glowing with an eerie blue light. A high-pitched whine filled the air as the energy within it began to build. Get clear, David shouted, diving for cover. The device unleashed a blinding burst of energy, a wave of destruction that tore through the alien ranks. The ground shook with the force of the blast, and the night was momentarily turned to day. When the light faded, the battlefield was eerily quiet. David slowly stood, surveying the aftermath. The alien forces lay in disarray, their advance halted. For the first time since the invasion began, it felt like they had a chance. In the days that followed, the tide of the war began to turn. The success of the energy weapon inspired a new wave of hope and determination. Human forces rallied, pushing back the invaders with renewed vigor. Captain Alex Marshall stood once again at the edge of the command center, this time with a sense of cautious optimism. The battle was far from over, but they had shown that humanity would not go quietly into the night. We did it, Maria said, joining him. We actually did it. Alex nodded, a small smile tugging at the corners of his mouth. This is just the beginning. There's still a lot of work to do, but we've proven that we can fight back, and we will. As the sun rose over the scarred landscape, casting its golden light on the ruins below, the human spirit shone brighter than ever. They had faced the darkness and emerged stronger for it. The command center buzzed with renewed energy. Engineers and scientists worked around the clock to develop new weapons and technologies. Medics and volunteers tended to the wounded, ensuring that every soldier who could fight would return to the front lines. Supply lines were reestablished and communication networks restored, allowing for better coordination of the resistance efforts. And so, with unwavering resolve and unbreakable unity, humanity prepared for the next chapter in their struggle for survival. The invaders had underestimated them, and they would pay dearly for it.